My next guest is the LFA double champion, Josh Silveira, who faces Mohamed Juma on the debut week of the PFL Challenger Series coming up on February 18th. Josh, how's it going?
How you doing, man? How's it going?
It's going great. First things first, how has camp been so far for you, and how are you feeling ahead of this one?
Camp's been has been going well. I feel great. Obviously the opportunity um changed my life a little bit. Just keep climbing up the ladder. So yeah, I feel good. I get to get a fight early in the year as well. Keep the ball rolling. So I can't complain.
Yeah, definitely. And when you look at Mohamed Juma as an opponent, what do you know about him, and what are your thoughts on his skill set?
Um, well, I don't know too much about him because there's very little video. But if you just look at his typology or his sheer dog, you notice he's a heavy hitter, like anyone else. Everyone at this point hits heavy. But other than that, I think I just got to focus on my game, focus what I do, and I'll get the finish in there eventually.
Awesome. And Juma, as you mentioned, is known for his power. Is there any differences between preparing for a guy that's mostly known as knockout artist versus somebody that's a little bit more technical?
Um, yes and no, but I think as long as you focus on your own style, I guess. I think you'll be all right. Someone like me, especially my last fight, I did a little bit of stand up, but I'm a grappler at heart. I just tried to basically make the other person quit, or at least just they're okay with losing. And I think with Juma, I'm just gonna have to be careful with the first couple minutes or so, but after that, I think it'll go my way for sure. you
Yeah.
know.
And who's going to be cornering you for this fight?
My father, as always, and then my one of my striking coaches. His name's Rocco, but we call him Alemão, which means German in Portuguese. Alemão.
Awesome. And you train down at an American Top Team. How important is it for you to train with the elite talent down there and not get complacent with your development?
Um, it's great, man. Like today, I would say today was a rougher day. Um, but you have those days over there. You can't expect to beat everyone's ass when there's just the top guys there. You have days where you get your ass whooped and days you hand them out. Um, today was a little bit on the. I'm deep in camp too. So I'm a little tired probably, but American Top Team. There, I tell everyone, there's no false sense of confidence there. You won't get that false sense of confidence. Bunch of yes men here. No, we don't have that there. Um, you're basically um, getting ready, man, with the top guy, like you said, the top guys in the world. So I think that's the best tool in general for any fighter. That's me personally saying, but I think when you surround yourself with those guys, um, you're only you're only making your chances higher to win, in my opinion. You know.
Yeah, definitely. And when you and your team were deciding what to do next after LFA, how big of a deal was made of joining the PFL, not only to continue moving up the ladder in MMA, but also to build your brand as well?
I think PFL, what they have to offer was very, I don't know. I guess it fit me, and I know the show's pretty new as well. Um, I figured it'd be, if this show starts to pick up, and I believe it is picking up. They're signing a lot of people. They're getting a bunch of other people from different shows and stuff like that. So who knows? Maybe I'll catch the wave and be part of something great. At the beginning of it, in the start, with the Challenger Series, that'll be the first show. Um, I think it just suited me well. And I'm still young, man. Maybe go win a million or two, and then change it up or whatever might be the case. But it's a good start. I think it was a good start.
Right. And I want to talk a little bit about your last fight for a second. It went the distance for the vacant LFA middleweight title. How important was it to have a fight like that was a little bit more tougher ahead of this challenge in the PFL?
Um, I think Jared, he was a great opponent, you know. I think the best thing I got from the fight was fighting 25 minutes.
Mhm.
Um, I know I'm a finisher, but I think that's exactly what I needed. And Jared is for sure the most technical guy I've fought um in my career, and I think it was just a great way to end my LFA experience. You know, I'm not looking to go back, but I think it was a good experience, and I think it's you know, I think it was a it'll bring it'll show in my next fights, you know, that experience fighting those 25 minutes, you know. I think it's gonna show in my next fights, and I'm getting, like I said, I'm getting to fight beginning of the year. um Keep my career going, you know, keep it rolling, you know. If you even put PFL aside, just fighters trying to get fights and keep a, you know, keep a good streak going, you know, that's what it's all about. I think if you get a good streak going, you could get anything going with this MMA stuff, especially now.
Yeah, definitely. And when you look at the PFL, what are your thoughts on its point system and the playoff system? It's super unique in the sport.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's a way where they could kind of correlate with other sports, and maybe for fans to get involved in and stuff. But I think it's cool because like I said, I think it's tough for fighters and other organizations to get fights. You know, I've seen guys um get two fights a year, a fight a year sometimes. I think what the PFL is, as long as you're ready and you know you're ready to go, you're gonna get 3 or 4 fights. You know, it's gonna it treats it like a season. You know, that's why there's no elbows and knees and things like that. So there's no cuts, but you know, at least you could get paid, man. You're active, you know, and for all we know, this is for the most part, this is a young man's sport, you know. So we got to get after it while we can. Um, at least make a name for ourselves, you know. And I think the PFL is it's just great. I think it's just for someone like me too, 29, getting after it, you know, get 4 more fights. I fought 4 times last year, so try to get it again.
Right. And as you get ready to make your PFL debut, what do you want PFL fans to know about you in terms of those that may not know a lot about you and your style?
Um, well, you know, if you don't know anything about me now, if I had to say, you know, I apply the pressure. I'm kind of an old school guy in the new school time, I guess. You know, my family's had a long history in the sport, and I guess I just been kind of baking in the oven, just getting the right flavors ready to go. You know, and now I'm ready to serve some good old Josh Silveira. But yeah, man, just you know, you'll see a young, like if you look at my career, you know, you think it's, you know, a young fighter. Um, Not that many fights, but I just been around the game so long, you know,
Mhm.
long enough where I've adapted enough just by looking at things, and I just knew this is for me, you know. So I think that's kind of exciting if you don't really know my history. Um, and fight style wise, I mean, just look, you know, I'm a finisher. I get after it. I wrestled in college, you know, so I got the jujitsu Brazilian upbringing. And then you add the wrestler when I got to high school, you know, it's very hard, I think, to kind of have that combination. You see it more nowadays, you know, because now kids decide they want to be a fighter when
Mhm.
they're a lot younger. But like I said, I felt like I was one of those original MMA babies, I guess you could call it, or however you could say. So I think that's kind of exciting, you know, for people getting into the sport, you know, trying to learn a little bit of the history and stuff. You know, my family was involved a lot in it.
Yeah,
At least my
absolutely.
father.
And yeah, definitely. And last question for me, what's the biggest key to getting that PFL contract?
What was that? The biggest key?
Yeah, what's the biggest key to getting the contract?
Oh, to getting the contract, I like what I did before to get it. The biggest key. When me and my father did, we decided to do the double champ. A long time ago, before the first belt. We knew that that would have. We don't know where what direction we're going, and we just knew that was the right direction to head towards. You know, solidifying the double champ.
Mhm.
That's gonna be with me forever. You know, I don't think that makes me a great, amazing fighter and I deserve everything because I'm the second guy to double champion the LFA. I think it was just a good goal to crush. And a perfect time to set another goal right after that, So I appreciate the double champ thing. It was a key moment, but it's the past. I'll appreciate it later on after I win some more fights, or after I'm done with my career. But let's get this PFL belt.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. And before we go, I'll give you the final word. Give it any shout outs to your sponsors, your team, all that good stuff. The floor is yours.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me on board. Big shout out to American Top Team. My dad Conan. Without these guys and Dan Lambert and all the other people in the background and that people don't really know, but all these guys get involved and helping. It's just not just me. It's a group effort. So American Top Team. My pride and joy. I love that place. Their family. And all the sponsors, that's been riding with me, Barbecue Valley up in Canada, Miami Empanadas, DeFi Boost that works for cryptocurrency, Skilled Violence and apparel, Foltz Disposal up in Pennsylvania, Michigan. If I'm missing anyone right now, I can't think of them, but I really appreciate it all and just good things to come this year. We're going to keep pushing, keep doing what we do. So I appreciate it a lot.
Awesome, man. Well, Josh, thanks again for the time. All the best next weekend. And I'm sure we'll chat again soon. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir, man. Take it easy. Take care.
Make sure to subscribe to the Low Kick MMA YouTube channel for all the latest news, event previews, and interviews with some of the biggest stars in MMA.